Yo, 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 what is up, y'all? What is up? It's Keenan. We're back. We're in the building with another WNBA live stream reactions and play by please. What is going on? Hopefully, y'all have a great Saturday afternoon. We should have a good game today in store for y'all. We got the Indiana Fever going up against the New York Liberty. And should be an interesting game. Sergeant, what's going on? See you there in the chat, y'all. And we are about to get this game underway. And here we go. To start lineup for your Liberty is Natasha Klaus, Sabrina Nescu, Leonie Fairvich. We got Brianna Stewart and Jacko Jones, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Natasha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston for your Fever. Definitely going to be a good matchup. Both of these teams are, I believe, coming off wins. So this should be good. All right, and we here with the opening tip, and it goes to the Liberty. All right, so Brianna Stewart has the ball here, giving it up to Natasha Cloud. There we go. Natasha Cloud's looking. Brianna Jones gets the ball, gives it back to Cloud. Here we go, still looking. Cloud gives it all to Zanescu, and Nescu looks fine. Jacko Jones with the layup, and that's money. All right, here we go. New York is such a good team, especially in the post with Jacko Jones. All right, Howard gives it up to Leah Boston. Boston back to Caitlin Clark. Leah Boston tries to set the screen, give and go here, and the layup is good for Leah Boston. That two-man game with Leah Boston and Caitlin Clark is going to be good if they want to beat the Liberty today. All right, here we go. Natasha Cloud has the ball here, looking. And here goes Anescu. Anescu dishes off to Jacko Jones, but the double comes. That don't matter. She still makes it 2 points, another 2 points for Jacko Jones. She has 4 right now. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looking. Caitlin Clark tries to get to sets the screen for Leah Boston sets the screen, but she calls it off. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Tries to pull up. And here goes Boston to the mid-range, and that's good. All right, here goes Natasha Cloud off of Caitlin Clark. And Stewie at the top of the key fakes it, but goes right by Natasha Howard for the layup. All right, we got a 6-4 game. And Mitchell went right to the cup, but she misses a little too hard off the glass. Here goes Nescu. Nescu goes to the little mid-range, and that's an all air ball, and that's rebounded. Caitlin Clark with the find to Kelsey Mitchell for the layup, and good. Here we go. Fast-paced game right now. Brianna Stewart Nescu loses it, but Brianna Stewart gets it back, gives it off to Natasha Cloud. Here goes Cloud. Cloud looking. Has Brianna Stewart. Jacko Jones calls for the ball. And up and under, and it's good. And no foul. And one. And Jacko Jones at the line to shoot the and one, and it's no good. And it's rebounded here by Leah Boston. And here goes Caitlin Clark. And Nescu. I mean, not Nescu's on Caitlin Clark. That's Fairvich on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looking. Jacko Jones is now on Caitlin Clark. Here comes the mismatch. And she was looking for Kelsey Mitchell. Looked like on the cut, but she wasn't paying attention. So that was a turnover there. All right, here we go. Brianna Stewart goes behind our back, trying to go in the post. Dishes it out to Jones for the three, and that's no good. Rebounded by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark pushes it up. Here we go. Brianna Stewart's on Clark. Clark looking. Goes to the rack. And the little floater is good. And one. All right, Caitlin Clark goes to the line and shoot the and one, and she leads the team in all categories: points, rebounds, assists, and the and one's good for Indiana. We have a 9-8 game left here with 7:04 left. All right, here we go. Jacko Jones. This is it out to Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud pulls up from the three, and that's no good. And that's rebounded by Natasha Howard. And here she goes, pushing it up, pushing. Had Stewie on her, and a layup is no good for Natasha Howard. All right, here goes Ionescu. Dishes it out to Howard. Howard back to Stewie. Stewie with the layup, and that's good. All right, New York is 2-0. Indiana is 2-1. Ooh, good pat. Good look for Leah Boston, but it's too high off her fingertips. That's going to be another turnover by the Fever here. All right, Natasha Cloud gives it up to Stewie. Stewie, and that's going to be a foul on Howard. And Natasha Howard already has 2 quick fouls. And here comes DB. DeWanna Bonner is going to come in for Howard since she has the 2 quick fouls. All right, here we go. Here goes Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud, look. She's looking. There goes Sabrina Ionescu. Pulls up for the 3, and that's no good. And that's rebounded by Hall. And that's going to be a foul on Fairbitch. Or Feebitch. All right, here's Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looks. Finds a running Aaliyah Boston for the layup. Telling you the CC and AB connection is good. Here goes Natasha Howard, Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud goes to the rack, and that's good. That's no good. Hard, but she gets fouled. And it's going to be on Tiffany Mitchell. All right, so Natasha Howard's going to go to the line and shoot 2. I'm sorry, Natasha Cloud going to the line and shoot 2. And the free throw's good for New York. Tie game at 11-11 right now with 5:44 left. And the second free throw was good for Cloud. All right, here goes Caitlin Clark trying to bring the ball up court. And her Aaliyah Boston with the 2-man game going on early. Pick and roll. And Aaliyah Boston gets it back to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark tries to dish it to Kelsey Mitchell, but it's going to be a turnover. Here comes the Liberty. And here goes Ionescu. Ionescu gives it off to Cloud. Cloud pulls it back out. Here goes Stewie, sets the screen. Great screen. Goes right to the basket. Here comes Fairbitch, but that's blocked by Leah Boston. And that's going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be Indiana ball. Brianna Stewart had a good opening lane. She should have just laid it up. Well, Leah Boston is a 2022 Naismith Player of the Year with South Carolina, #1 overall pick in 2023. 2023 Rookie of the Year, and already a 2-time All-Star. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark pulls up from the 3, and that's no good. Rebounded is tipped by Jones, and here comes Stewart. Stewart looking. Gives it off to Jones. Jones, and that's going to be another turnover. And here comes Hall. Hall looking. Mid-range. The little shot is good. Lexi Hall with the shot. Here we go. 13-12. Indy up 1. 4:33 left. Here goes Stewart with the layup, and that's good. And Natasha Cloud finds Brianna Stewart open with the layup. This game is going back and forth, and that's going to be another foul on Phoebich, and she has 2. And looks like it's going to be a timeout. Timeout, y'all. We up. New York is up 14-13. I got to run and get a package from outside. I'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Had to go and get the letter. Not letter, I had to get the package from outside. I know y'all tried it. All right. All right, here we go. Out of the timeout, Caitlin Clark gives it up to the DeWanna Bonner. Bonner gets it. Bonner looking. She just takes the shot herself, and that's no good. Nobody was open, so she took the shot. Here we go. Jackwell Jones. And Lexi Hall is going to pick up a foul. All right, Sophie Cunningham comes in the game. All right, here we go. Here goes Johannes. I'm sorry, that's Stewie. Stewie goes all the way to the cup for the reverse layup, and it's no good, but she gets fouled. And that's Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell has 2 fouls now. All right, well, later on today, we got Dallas and Atlanta. Then Thursday night, we got Dallas and Chicago. Friday night, we got 2 games. We got Connecticut, Indiana, and then the Lakers. Not the Lakers. We got the Sparks versus the Aces. Friday night, that should be a good game as well. Breanna Stewart makes her first free throw, and it's good. Second free throw is good by Breanna Stewart. Here we go, Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell looking. Mitchell gets the screen from Aaliyah Boston. She goes all the way to the rack, and that's no good. Rebounded by Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart pushes up the ball now. Here we go. 3:35 left in the first. And 16-13 New York. And Ionescu with the 3. And 3-point shot is good for Sabrina Ionescu. 19-13. Here we go. Leah Boston looking. Gives it off to DeWanna Bonner. Bonner looking. Gives it back to Leah Boston. Leah Boston is on Breanna Stewart with the little post-game turnaround. That's a layup, and that's good. And Breanna Stewart looking. Has Sophie Cunningham's on her. Loses the ball, but gets it back by Ionescu. Ionescu has Leah Boston on her. Ionescu pulls up from 3. Money. 22-15 with 2:48 left. All right, here we go. Cunningham finds Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark runs it down before it goes out of bounds. And there we go. Cloud plucks off Caitlin Clark. And that's going to be a foul on Cunningham. New York's on a 10-2 run. And New York's already in the bonus. All right, so Breanna Stewart goes back to the line for 2. And the first free throw was missed. All right, so Natasha Cloud is going to get a break. And the second free throw for Stewie is good. All right, here we go. And Cunningham's going to bring up the ball and has Johannes on her. And here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's little pick and roll action with Leah Boston. And Caitlin Clark goes all the way to the rack and 1. And the free throw was good, so that's the foul going to be on Gardner. And here comes the Liberty. And Ionescu brings the ball up. Caitlin Clark already has 6 points, 4 assists, but she has the 4 turnovers. And they dish it off down under to Jaquel Jones, and that's good. All right, here goes Rebecca Gardner. Caitlin Clark. Clark finds Lexi Hall underneath, and that's a bucket. And Bonner with the steal. Cunningham pulls up for the 3. We got a close game. We got a 2-point game. New York up 25-23. Goes Johannes. Give it off to Ionescu. Ionescu looking, driving, up and under, and that's going to be a foul. Both shots was on Hall. See, I'm getting Hall and Cunningham confused because they look alike with the hair. And the first free throw for Ionescu is good. So Lexi Hall got the layup dish from Caitlin Clark. Then DeWanna Bonner steals it, passes it to Lexi Hall for the 3. So, confusing my girls here. And Ionescu, both free throws are good. All right, so here comes Cunningham. Cunningham brings up the ball with Johannes on her. 27-23. We got a minute 24 in the first. And here comes Caitlin Clark coming off the screen. Here goes Aaliyah Boston, set up the screen, a little pick and roll action. Aaliyah Boston rolls to the basket, and that's a bucket. All right, 27-25. Here we go to Nescu. Nescu looking, gets the screen set. That's going to be an offensive foul. That was a move. That was a moving screen on Gardner. All right, Jacquel Jones gets a break, and Brianna Stewart comes back in. Gardner already got 2 fouls. And Aaliyah Boston's going to get a break. All right, so Donis is going to come in for Aaliyah Boston. Here goes Cunningham, gives it off to all right, Cunningham pulls up from the 3. We got a 1-point game. Indiana takes the lead. And then here comes the Liberty. Give it to Johannes. Johannes off the screen to Stewie. And that's going to be a foul. Indiana coming with the full court pressure. All right, so Brianna Stewart goes back to the line. Got 39 seconds left. Indiana up 1. First free throw for Stewart is good. Wasn't that Kelsey Mitchell? And second free throw is no good. And that's going to be off of New York. So it's tied up right now, 28-28 with 37.6 seconds left. And here we go. Gardner is on Cunningham. Cunningham brings up the ball. Cunningham looking. It's going to be an off-ball foul. And Kennedy Burke's in the game. All right, so Caitlin Clark goes to the line, and that free throw is no good. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark for the second free throw, and that's good. Again, 27 seconds left. A little full court pressure here from the Fever. Here we go. Brianna Stewart is going to bring up the ball. Brianna Stewart setting it up, maybe saving it for the last play. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 13 seconds. Here we go. Here goes Burke. Burke loses it, and that's a turnover. So 7.4 seconds left. Indiana up 29-28. And a four-court pressure by Liberty. Here we go. Hall. And that's going to be a turnover. Here goes Cloud. Cloud gives it up to Gardner, and she loses it. And that's going to be a foul. So Gardner goes through the free-point line with 1.6 seconds left in the first quarter. And Caitlin Clark gets a foul, so she didn't want to give up the layup. And Gardner's free throw was good, tying the game up. Second free throw was good by Gardner. 30-29 with, again, 1.6 seconds left. And Bonner inbounds, and they're just going to hold the ball. And that's the end of the first quarter, y'all. 30-29. Liberty is up 1. Good game so far. Good game so far. Make sure y'all tune on in later on. I believe we may be going live later on. Me and Jury, Hoop Creams and TD Queens. We may be I think we're going to be on tonight. I think not exactly sure, but y'all see the notification later if we are. Make sure y'all tune on in June 2nd at 6 p.m. Finally, 7,200 seconds has reached the 100th episode. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun night, June 2nd. We're going to go over some things, of course, talk sports. Whoever want to come up, can come up. We're going to talk the shoots. And it's just going to be an overall fun night. Some giveaways. Hopefully we get some people in to have so we can have these giveaways. I already got two entrants right now. All you have to do, go look on the community post, go on Twitter, and all you have to do is inbox me. What teams do me and Coach Dante follow? What teams? That's it. I think main event comes on 8:00 tonight, I believe. I think it's 8 o'clock on NBC. So it should be a good main Saturday night main event. I know Cena's fighting R-Truth. Even though we all know R-Truth isn't winning that, but still. Forget who else is fighting, but I know it's R-Truth and John Cena. So it definitely should be interesting. And I know we got some baseball going on right now. The only game that's on was in a rain delay between Boston and Baltimore, so nothing's going on there. And there's another WNBA game right after this one, but I'm only doing this one. And I think there's any UFC tonight. No UFC tonight. May 31st. So next weekend, they got fight night. But Dallas and Atlanta should be good. All right, so we start in the second quarter. All right, here we go. Started the second quarter. Here we go. Inbound, and that's going to go to Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham looked, and and Natasha Cloud is on Clark. Here goes the screen from Bonner, and DB fakes out Cloud, goes to the bucket, and that's going to be a turnover, and it's still going to be Fever ball. Good hands by Natasha Cloud. Skylar Diggins. And Bonner with the foul and gets fouled. So DB with the steal tries to go up and gets fouled by Natasha Cloud. So Bonner's going to go to the line. Higgins, or you mean Skylar Diggins for the Storm? And the first free throw for DeWanna Bonner is good. Oh, yeah, Skylar Diggins. Yeah. Her and Nneka had 24. Okay, I see they was balling last night. Second free throw for Bonner is good. All right, 31-30. All right, here we go. Here goes Burt. Burt goes all the way to the rack. But it's going to be a foul. And so Donis is going to pick up the foul there. And a free throw for Burke is good. And the second free throw for Burke is no good. And that's rebounded by Indiana. Here goes Cunningham. Cunningham looks. Cunningham going to go all the way to the basket. Lays it up and good. All right, here goes Burke. Burke tried to give it off to Johannes. It looks like need a knee there. Feebich gets hurt. All right, here goes Cloud. Cloud gives it off to Stewie. Stewie looks, gives it off to Nescu. Nescu gets the screen from Stewie. Looks, and Nescu goes to the basket. Goes up, a little mid-range, a little floater, and that's good. 33 up. Got 8:43 left in the second till half. And Nescu has 10 points. And here goes Caitlin Clark. Tries to get the screen, but closes it out. Here goes Burke. Burke is on Clark. And Caitlin Clark with a step back three, and the miss is no good. Rebounded by Cloud. Here we go. Cloud looks. Dishes it out. Stewie thought about a three. Burke with the three, and that's good. Liberty up by 3. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has Cloud on her. Stewie. Here we go. DeWanna Bonner finds a Cunningham, but she travels.
Hey, Meta, what is this artwork?
Comedian by Mauricio Catalan.
All right, here we go. Here goes Cloud. Cloud looks, give it off to Anescu. Anescu pulls up for another three, and that's rebounded by Cunningham. Here goes Cunningham. Cunningham gives it off to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Bonner. Bonner back to Mitchell. Mitchell cuts through the double team, lays it in with the floater, and that's going to be a foul.
I'm worth $6.2 million.
And Kelsey Mitchell with the free throw. And Mitchell misses the second free throw. All right, so Leah Boston and Natasha Howard comes back in. Here goes Cloud. Cloud gives it off to Nescu, and Nescu gives it off to Cloud. Cloud finds Jaquel Jones. Cloud looking. And gives it up to Jones. Jones with an easy layup. Good find. Find Jones down bottom. Here we go. Here goes Leah Boston. Boston gives it up. Cuts. Finds a cutting hole. And that's no good. Rebounded by Cloud. Here goes Cloud. Cloud looking. And Cloud pulls up from three, and that's good. And Natasha Cloud with the three. And Indiana calls a timeout. New York's up 41-34. Still a good game so far. Still a good game so far. All right, so far right now, Breanna Stewart has 10 points. Jaquel Jones with 10. Nescu with 10. Natasha Cloud has 5. And for Indy, Aaliyah Boston with 10. Mitchell with 3. Lexi Hall 7. Caitlin Clark with 7. Bonner with 2. Cunningham with 5. And pretty much all of the starting 5, well, except for Leah Boston has 2 fouls. Some early foul trouble from everyone here. Stewart has 2. Phoebich has 2. Rebecca Gardner has 2 off the bench. So she had to go sit back down. Natasha Cloud has 1. So hopefully y'all Saturday is going pretty good, pretty chill over here. Don't feel like May. Mother Nature is bipolar. A little windy. All right, then we're coming back from the timeout. All right, and Tyrese Halliburton in Indy for the game. Indiana, the Pacers are coming off a game against New York. So they lead the series 2-0. Here we go. Cunningham gives it off to Leah Boston. Boston looking, gives it back to Cunningham. Cunningham looks to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell's looking, gives it back to Cunningham. Cunningham finds Natasha Howard underneath. And a little shot, no good. Sabrina Ionescu rebounds the ball here. 10-1 run in the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds for New York. Jones swings the ball around. Get it off to Clark. Clark gets by, and that's going to be a layup for Clark or for Burke. 43-34. 3 players with 10 points for New York. Here goes Sophie Hall and Sophie Cunningham for the 3, and she misses. And that's going to be tipped, but it's still going to be New York ball. Here comes Caitlin Clark, comes back in. All right, here we go. So Cloud pushes it up. Brianna Stewart, 10 points, 2 rebounds. And here goes Cloud. Cloud looking. And Jones. On a smaller Kelsey Mitchell, backs up. Tasha Cloud for the 3, and that's money. 46-34. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark wants to go find Howard. That's going to be a turnover. Here goes Howard, finds a streak in Ionescu. Bucket and 1. Transition basketball right here. That was a perfect dime by Natasha Cloud to Ionescu. Finding her running Ionescu, and she gets the and 1. So she will go to the line and shoot the 1. And a free throw for Ionescu is good. 49-34. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark's back in. Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston. And Kelsey Mitchell high off the glass, but it's no good. But it's rebounded by rebounded by Cunningham. Mitchell has the ball. Mitchell steps back 3, and that's good. And here we go. Transition. They go to Ionescu again. Right down the middle with another bucket, with another layup. 51-37. And Boston finds Mitchell. Mitchell tries to go baseline. Jacko Jones is right there, so she has to pull it back out. Mitchell, look. Mitchell steps back another 3, and that's no good. So that's going to be a New York foul. Kelsey Mitchell was one of them. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark looking, finds Aaliyah Boston down bottom and lay it up, and that's good. Here comes the Fever, 51-39. New York still up. There goes Brianna Stewart. Brianna Stewart looking. Gets the screen. And here goes Howard. Cloud. Jacko Jones finds Natasha Howard. And that's a bucket. That wasn't no foul, but okay. Four Liberty and double figures. And Caitlin Clark finds the streak in Howard, but that's going to be another turnover by the Fever. All right, so Brianna Stewart going to bring it up. Gives it off to Jacko Jones. Jacko Jones gives it off to Ionescu. Ionescu finds Natasha Cloud. Cloud dishes it off to Brianna Jones down in the post. Go to double team. Natasha Cloud pulls up, and that's rebounded by Howard. Howard dishes it off to Mitchell. Mitchell going coast to coast with it. Mitchell with a layup, and that's good. All right, 53-41 with 3:05 left in the second. Here we go. Brianna Stewart pulls up from the top of the key, and that's short. Rebounded. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looking and running. And, she takes a Stewie off the dribble. And a layup misses, but it is rebounded by Leah Boston. And that's good. And New York's going to call a timeout. So Leah Boston with 14 points. And the Fever's trying to storm their way back in. 10-point game. Leah Boston is the team high right now with 14 points. Going to fill this water up. Be right back. All right, so the first half, again, New York has 4 players in double figures. And here we go. We got 2:44 until the half. Nescu. Johannes is in. Jones gets it poked away. There go Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's looking. Step back 3 misses. Here go Nescu. Nescu finds the Jacko Jones, but that's gonna be off. Looks like gonna be off the Fever. It's gonna be New York ball. All right, Stu gives up the ball to Jones. All right, goes Johannes. And swing, good ball movement, swing around there. That's an air ball by Burke. And Aaliyah Boston and the CC connection continues. Aaliyah Boston gets a bucket with her 16th point. Leah Boston 16.3 rebounds, and she's 8 for 8 from the field. 45-53. Indy, New York is still up. Here goes Cloud. Cloud gives it off to Stewie in the post. Stewie turns around over Bonner, and that's no good. Rebounded by Bonner. Here we go. Here goes the fever coming up, pushing up by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looks, sets the screen, gets the screen from Howard. Now she got Brianna Stewart on her. She's stuck. And Indy had to call a timeout. Good defense. Good defense there by Brianna Stewart. Caitlin Clark had to call a timeout. Oh, be right back. Got to get my charger before it dies. Hold on. All right, there we go. So, yes, we're going to be giving again, make sure y'all tune in June 2nd, 200-second podcast. 100th episode, finally we made it to 100. Again, we're going to hottest topics going on. I'm sure the Western Conference, Eastern Conference Finals will break that down. Some NFL news, anything will break that down. But pretty much having a good time, 100th episode. Going to bring back some memories along the way, everything like that. We'll give some stuff away. Hopefully we'll have enough people to put the wheel going. But if not, we'll figure out another way what we're going to do. Make sure y'all go to the my Twitter page and also on the community post as well to get entered into the drawing. All right, Caitlin Clark comes off the top of the key, comes off the screen, rebounded, no good. Offensive rebound. Here goes Caitlin Clark with another three, pulls up. That's no good. Rebounded by Jacquel Jones. Jacquel Jones going to dribble it up. Give it off to. And that's going to be a travel on New York. All right, here comes Mitchell. Caitlin Clark, Stewart's on her, gets the screen for Mitchell. Anescu's back on Aaliyah Boston. 2-man game still coming. Aaliyah Boston, first miss of the day. And her first miss, but she gets it back and she's fouled. Telling you, Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston's 2-man game is unstoppable right now. That's where Leah Boston right now is having all her points. And the first free throw was good for AB. All right, and the second free throw for Boston is no good. So still, New York is up 53-46 with 36 seconds left to go till half. Here go Anescu. Anescu sets the screen, gets the screen set. Oh, Anescu with the three, but it's going to be a foul against New York. Jacquel Jones with the moving screen. $25 seconds left. Here goes Clark. And Cloud is on her. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Here comes Mitchell to set the screen. Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, all over. Here goes to Leah Boston. Leah Boston dishes out to DeWanna Bonner in the corner, and that's no good. Rebounded by New York. Here we go. 8 seconds left. Ionescu finds Stewart, and that's going to be a whistle. And Sophie Cunningham fouls Brianna Stewart with 1.4 seconds left. All right, Stewie goes back to the line. And that first free throw for Stewie is good. $11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for Brianna Stewart. Second free throw for Stewie is good. We back up to a 9-point game. And that's halftime, y'all. 55-46. New York is up 9. Come on back for the second half. Go get y'all snacks. Y'all come on back. I'll be back. All right, y'all. We are back. Second half action is coming up. New York has a 9-point lead. All right, second half action is coming up. Caitlin Clark's not having a great shooting night, but day so far, but she's getting others involved. All right, here we go. And Indiana's ball to start the third quarter. All right, so it's back to Howard. Howard finds Mitchell. Mitchell gives it up to Lexi Hall, and that's a three-pointer. All right, so Lexi Hall with the three-pointer now. Down to a 6-point game, 55-49. Here goes Jones. Jones gives it off to Ionescu. Here goes Ionescu. Pop-up little floater, and that's good. All right, here goes the Fever. And that's going to be another turnover. Caitlin Clark with 8 assists. All right, here goes Ionescu. Ionescu gives it up to Jocko Jones. Jocko Jones gives it back to Ionescu. Ionescu gets the screen. And Ionescu goes up. Another little floater in the inside, and that's no good. Rebounded by Howard. Here goes Howard. Howard gives it off to Hall. Hall gives it off to Leah Boston. Back to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's from 3. That's way off. No good. And Rihanna Stewart with the rebound gives it off to Jocko Jones, who's running the floor. Little Euro. And she's going to be fouled. And Jocko Jones goes to the line and shoot 2. First free throw was good for Jones. Jocko Jones, 11 points, 5 for 6 from the field, 6 rebounds. And the second free throw was good. New York is back up by 10. All right, Caitlin Clark, the last 2 games has been 0 for 11 from 3. And Mitchell goes to the cup, and that's good. So Kelsey Mitchell with the hard basket. And here goes Hall, meets a hard screen. And Jocko Jones from the 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by the Fever. Here goes CC. Caitlin Clark. Try to go inside, looking. Boston gives it up to Howard. Here comes the double. And that's going to be a foul against New York. Now Leah Boston with the bucket. All right, Leah Boston with 19 points. We got a 6-point game. Jocko Jones with the 3 misses. Here comes the Fever. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark almost lost it, but gets it back. Clark gives it off to Hall. Hall goes inside. A little step back. That's no good. Rebounded by Howard. Howard gets tangled, and that's going to be a jump ball. All right, and then off the jump ball, Natasha Cloud gets the ball and lays it up. 61-53. Here goes Howard. Howard looks, finds a cutting Hall, and that's laid up and good. Lexi Hall with the layup. 65-55. Here we go. 7:05 left in the third. Here comes the Fever. And the Fever. Here goes Burke. Burke finds Jocko Jones. Jocko Jones give it up to Stewart for the three, and that's no good. Here we go. Rebounding. Here goes Caitlin Clark pushing it and tries to give the give and go to Kelsey Mitchell. That's going to be a turnover. All right, 55-61. 7 turnovers for Caitlin Clark today. All right, here goes Nescu. Nescu is in trouble. Nescu's in trouble. It's going to be a foul. So Natasha Howard picks up her third foul. All right, here we go. Jones. Give it to a Nescu, and Nescu give it up to Stewie. Stewie looks, pump fakes, drives to the basket. And that's going to be another foul on Natasha Howard. That's 4. She's going to have to sit down. Oh, we got a coach's challenge. Oh, it is windy today. All right, so the matches for main event tonight, again, coming on NBC, WWE Saturday Night Main Event. Of course, we got John Cena versus R-Truth. We got Logan Paul and Jey Uso. We also have Damian Priest versus Drew. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. And we got a U.S. Championship match between Zelina Vega and Kelsey Green. And also we have Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn and CM Punk. All right, so Sabrina Ionescu has 17 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. It was raining. I mean, it rained a little bit yesterday. It's been rainy. Supposed to get some rain all next week too. And prom is Friday. So hopefully it don't rain, even though it is rain in the forecast, but I'm hoping it don't. All right, so 65, 61-55, and we got 6:26 left in the third. And the coach's challenge looked like it's going to go to Indy. All right, so here we go. Caitlin Clark. All right, here we go. Leah Boston looks. Gives it off to Hall. Lexi Hall with another shot, and that's ending good. 61-57. We got a 3-point game. And Lexi Hall with 14 points. Here we go. Jocko Jones looking. Gives it back to Anescu. Anescu. And that's going to be a foul. And they call that on Jocko Jones with another offensive foul. Neither. So it's going to be a timeout by So New York's going to challenge this screen. I usually don't cook out until like deep in the summertime, like August into Labor Day. That's when I do the barbecuing. What's going on, Daniel? Appreciate you. So the challenge for New York is unsuccessful. So that offensive foul will still go against Jones. All right, we got a 4-point game. 61-57. 5:53 left in the third. New York is up 4. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looks, give it off to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it back to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark tried to shoot, but they cut her off. Finds Aaliyah Boston in for the layup, and that's good. It is a 2-point game. 61-59. Leah Boston with 21 points. And Natasha Cloud with the layup. Back up 4. 63-59. So Leah Boston tried to get a screen. That's going to be a legal screen. So that's going to be offensive foul on Boston. All right, here we go. Leah Boston with 21 points. She has 3 fouls. And Brianna Stewart's looking. Here goes Cloud. Cloud thought about giving it upstairs. It's going to be a turnover. Here goes Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell with the layup, and it's good. 2-point game again, 63-61. What's going on, Gooley? And the Indiana Fever's on a 12-4 run. So that's going to be a foul on DeWanna Bonner. And Jones tries to get it, and it's no good. Rebounded by New York. Here goes Ionescu. Ionescu finds Jones way deep underneath. And that's going to be a foul on Bonner. Cynthia, you can take a look. Okay. Oh, you did the no sweat bet? Oh, you get it back. You get the money back. So win or lose. It definitely can be doable. You never know. And Lexi Hall ended up falling, and Ionescu lays it up. 4-point game, 65-61. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark thought about stepping back, but she passes it to Boston. Boston gives it up to Mitchell. Mitchell. And so, Clark pulls up from 3, and that's no good. She's 0 for 4 from 3. Mitchell gives it off to Leah Boston. Boston gives it off to Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall, and she's going to be fouled. No, I mean, anything can happen. All right, Lexi Hall goes to the free throw line and shoot the first free throw, and it's no good. And the second free throw for Mitchell's good. Johannes for 3, and that's no good, but good hustle by Jacko Jones. Ionescu pulls up from 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Caitlin Clark. And here goes the push. Lexi Hall finds Aaliyah Boston inside, cut off by Jones. Back to Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall rebounds, and that's no good. Rebounded by Jones. Here we go, pushing it up. Here comes Burke. Burke pushing. And ball handler is off. That's another turnover, and that's going to be Fever ball. 3-point game, 65-62 with 2:49 left in the third. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark looks, give it off to Mitchell. Mitchell steps back with the 3. We got a tie game. Kelsey Mitchell with the 3, 65-65. Got 11 lead changes. Biggest lead New York had, it was up 15. And Kennedy Burke goes to the line for 2. And that's going to be a foul on Caitlin Clark. New York was up 15, and we have a tie game. Caitlin Clark with 7 points, 10 assists, and 3 fouls. And the first free throw for Kennedy Burke is good. And the second free throw was no good. And it's going to be a turnover. Here goes Ionescu. Waits. Breanna Stewart pulls up from three, and that's no good, off the mark. And here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, 3-on-1. Caitlin Clark goes to the basket, and that's good. And the Fever has a lead, 61-67. Here goes Sabrina Ionescu and Breanna Stewart, but she gets fouled. She's going to go back to the line. Oh, boy. And Stewart with the first free throw was good. All right, Breanna Stewart makes both. So New York is up 1. There we go. Caitlin Clark gets the screen from Aaliyah Boston. 7 seconds to shoot. And good pass, good find by Aaliyah Boston. Mitchell to Boston. And Indy is back up 1. And it's going to be Indiana ball. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looks, steps back for a 3. And that's good. And 1 with the 4-point play. And extra and 1 is good. So it's 4 fouls on Gardner. 73-68. Indy is up. They up 5. Here we go. 56 seconds left. Get off to Ionescu. Ionescu gives it off to Howard. Howard. Johannes. But Barner goes up for a free layup and there's no good. Rebounded by Barner. Here comes Caitlin Clark all the way to the rack. Stewie says, get that shit out of here. Oh, but she goes down hard. Ooh, Caitlin Clark goes crashing in. But she's up. Look like she's all right. Definitely terrific basketball play there. Shot blocked. And Indy having trouble getting it in. Five turnovers this half. And go Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud with the 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones goes up for the rebound. And it's going to be Fever ball with 4.7 seconds left in this third quarter. Fever up 73-68. All right, here we go. Oh, Caitlin Clark gets a 3 at the buzzer. Fever up 8 at the end of the fourth quarter. Caitlin Clark with the buzzer beater 3 at the end of the quarter. Good quarter there by the Fever. All right.
That sound familiar? Lackadaisical. Is it about New York? Every time they face injury, it's like, damn.
All right, y'all, here we go. New York started the fourth quarter, and a beautiful find. Oh, but it rattles out, and Escu misses. All right, here we go. Howard, Leah Boston looks. There goes Cunningham. Cunningham gives it off to Boston. Boston gives it off to Mitchell. Mitchell looks. Mitchell steps back. 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Boston. Finds Howard. Howard with the layup, and it's good. 10-point game. And that's going to be a turnover by Cloud. Here goes Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell with the layup and in, and that's no good. Wide open layup missed. Easy layup. And here goes Ionescu. Ionescu gives it off to Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart pops a three and then misses. No good. Rebounded by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looking. Leah Boston did set the screen. Two-man game again. Gives it off to Boston. Boston looks. Gives it off to Mitchell. Here goes Mitchell. Goes to the basket. Lays it up for. Gives it up for Leah Boston. She misses. Here comes Howard with their offensive rebound and puts it up. And 80-68. We got a 12-point game. Timeout. New York. So you need Sabrina to get 2 more assists. Breanna Stewart needs to get 1 more point and get 15. Kayla needs 1, 3. My anxiety. They need to feed the ball to Stewie. She had a quiet third quarter. Stewie had a quiet third quarter. That's why they're up. That's why the Fever is up big right now. They wasn't feeding Breanna Stewart. She was killing it in the first half. All right, here we go. Ionescu. Ionescu give it off to Jones. Jones. Off balance shot. Yeah, Jocko Jones with the bucket. We got a 10-point game, 70-80. Indy still up with 8:15 left in the fourth. Here we go. Mitchell. Mitchell looks. Mitchell's going to take the 3. That's no good. That's rebounded by. And Sophie Cunningham tried to save the rebound. It goes out, so it's going to be New York ball. There you go, Ionescu. Ionescu gives it off to Stewie. Stewie gives it off to Jocko Jones. Got Jocko Jones back to Breanna Stewart. Back to Ionescu. Jones up and under. And that's going to be a foul. All right, Jacko Jones with 14 points. He goes to the line. First free throw is good. And Natasha Howard with 5 fouls for Indy. And Jacko Jones, both free throws are good. We got an 8-point game for Indy, 80-72. Indianapolis is up. Indy is up. And there goes Boston. Boston gets past it to CC. Good ball movement. And Natasha Howard with the layup. And back up to a 10-point game. Here goes Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart puts on the floor. Howard. Burke for the 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Howard. Rebounded by Natasha Cloud. And she lays it up. It's two Natashas on the team. Howard plays for the Fever, and then we got Cloud plays for New York. So Howard, and then she turns it over by Natasha Howard. Cloud gives it up to Stewart for a layup. Here we go. 6-point game, 82-76. Breanna Stewart with 16 points. And Clark for the 3, misses. Clark lays it up. Clark finds Howard, but she misses. Here goes Ionescu. Here goes New York. New York. Ionescu looks. Gives it up to Burke. Burke gives it up to Cloud. Cloud finds Breanna Stewart. And that bucket doesn't count. Foul's going to be on the floor. All right, here goes Stewart. Caitlin Clark, 16 points, 10 assists. Here goes Ionescu. Ionescu. But she gets fouled. Oh. She misses, but Jones with the offensive rebound puts it up. 82-78. Got a 4-point game. 6 minutes left. 10-2 run. 10-2 run for New York. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin looks. Caitlin tries to get up to Leah Boston. And Natasha Cloud's going to get fouled. Will foul Aaliyah Boston. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark gives it up to Boston. Boston. She goes to the rack, and it's no good. Rebounded by Ionescu. Ionescu's pushing it up. Now, Natasha Howard had 5 fouls. Ionescu thought about pulling it up. Jacko Jones will pull up. 3. That's good. We got a 1-point game. New York Liberty is on an 11-2 run. Indiana takes the timeout. 82-81. It's a good game, y'all. Good game, back and forth game between the Fever and New York. New York's largest lead was 15. They found themselves down 12. Now they down 1. Had to get Breanna Stewart more involved. The third quarter, she was non-existent. Teammates getting her in rhythm now. We got Rick Carlisle in the building. All right, here we go. 5:25 left in the fourth. Indiana is up 1. Goes Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell looking. Give it off to Cunningham. Cunningham trying to find Aaliyah Boston in the post, but can't. Here goes Mitchell again. Mitchell pulls up from the top of the key. That's no good. And that is rebounded by Natasha Cloud. Here we go. Here goes Ionescu. Ionescu brings it up. 5 minutes left. New York up down 1. Ionescu gets the screen from Jones. Jones, she pulls up for the 3 in the lead. Jacquel Jones with the 3 puts New York up 2, 84-82. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark finds Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston looks for Hall. Hall gives it back to Boston. Boston backs down Jones. Still looking. Feet work. Up and under. No good. Rebounded by Jones. Here goes Ionescu. Ionescu looking. Ionescu gets Caitlin Clark off. Takes the shot. That's no good. Rebounded. DeWanna Bonner couldn't hang on to it, but Aaliyah Boston has it. Here comes the fever. Here comes Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell pulls up from the 3, and that's no good. In and out. Rebounded by Breanna Stewart and Cloud running to each other. Here we go. 4 minutes left. 2-point game. New York's up. Here goes Burke. So Lexi Hall gets a foul. Jacquel Jones is on fire tonight. Jacquel Jones got 24. Stewart with 16. Natasha Cloud with 16. Ionescu with 19. All right, here we go. Cloud gets the ball. Again, 3:54 left. And Ionescu shoots and misses. Rebounded by Bonner. Here we go. Caitlin Clark. 2-point game. 84-82. 3:40 left in the fourth. Natasha Cloud. Clark takes a shot and misses. Rebounded by Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart stops. Give it off to Ionescu. Ionescu's going to bring it up. Ionescu. And Breanna Stewart. Jones passes it to Howard. Gets back to Jones. Jones backing down. And Jones misses. Rebounded by Bonner. Here we go. 3:07 left. Caitlin Clark finds Aaliyah Boston up and under and misses. She gets her own rebound. Backs down Jones and gets it up and lays it in. Aaliyah Boston playing the bully ball with Jacquel Jones. We got a tie game. 2:50 left in the fourth. 84 all. And Cloud gives it up to Stewie. Stewie looks. Stewie gives it up to Jones. Jones back to Ionescu. Ionescu looking. Mid-range shot, and that's good. 2-point game. New York's up 2. 86-84 with 2:30 left in the fourth. Here go Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, look, rebounds right through the defense. We got a tie game. Lays it up, 86-86. 2:10. Here goes Jones. Jones gives it up to Ionescu. 18 points for Caitlin Clark today. Ionescu. Got Aaliyah Boston on her. Ionescu drives, cuts, rebounded. No good, but that's going to be a foul. And that's going to be a foul on Aaliyah Boston. That's our fourth. So Ionescu's going to go to the line. $21 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists by Ionescu. And she misses the first free throw. And Ionescu misses both. And we got a tie game. We got 150 left. Here goes Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looks. Caitlin looking. Caitlin look. Got Jones on her. Caitlin looks. Clark trying to get some space, trying to finds a cut to Leah Boston, and that's no good. Rebounded by Ionescu. Ionescu finds Jones. That's a turnover. And Caitlin Clark was going to foul Jacko Jones. Caitlin Clark with 5 fouls. And Jones to the line. Makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good for Jones. New York's up 2, 88-86. And timeout New York. Coming down to the wire, y'all. 1:33 left. Got a good game right here. Hopefully she gets that 3 for you, Ghoulie, for your parlay. All right, here we go. 1:33 left. 88-86. New York's up 2. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark looks. Guys, Brianna Jones on her. Caitlin Clark goes inside the final Leah Boston. No good. And Brianna Stewart with the foul. So Brianna Stewart has 4 fouls as well, 16 points. And Aaliyah Boston goes back to the line. First free throw for Aaliyah Boston is good. Aaliyah Boston is having a hell of a game tonight, today. $27 points for Aaliyah Boston. Tie game, 88-88 with 1:17 left. Clark, Howard, and Boston all are in foul trouble. Clark has 5, Howard has 5, Boston has 5, and Brianna Stewart and Gardner. And Ionescu for a 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Bonner. Here we go. 1 minute left. We got a tie game at 88 all. Here goes Stewart. Stewart finds Boston up and underneath. No good. Rebounded, and that's deflected, and that's New York ball. Here comes Cloud. Ionescu pulls up from 3, in and out. Rebounded by Hall. 40 seconds left. Here we go. Caitlin Clark has the ball. It's going to be a timeout by Indy. 88 all, y'all. 88 with 36.9 seconds left. All right, y'all. Both teams are in the bonus. 36.9 seconds left here, left in the fourth, and it's a tie game. Does it go into overtime, or who's going to be the hero in this game? All right, so Caitlin Clark's going to inbound, but she's going to get the ball back. All right, so inbound's good, gives off to Boston. Here goes Clark. Caitlin Clark, I got Jacko Jones on her. Boston, Caitlin Clark with the three and misses. That's going to be a jump ball. $30, 25.3. I think Caitlin Clark rushed that three a little bit. All right, so Stewie and AB is going to jump it up. And DeWanna Bonner with the ball. Fever ball. Here we go, AB. Boston give it off to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. 16 seconds left. Clark. Rose. Bonner is blocked. And it's 10 seconds left. 1 minute to Fever. So it's got to be a catch and shoot right here with 1 minute left. 1 second left. Mitchell gets it. So New York has a chance here. 7.6 seconds left. So New York's going to call the timeout to advance the ball. Got 7.6 seconds left. All right, so Caitlin Clark's not going to be in here for defensive purposes. All right, 7.6 seconds left. And New York ball. All right, Natasha Cloud Gives off to Ionescu. Ionescu rolls. Oh, that's a foul. And that's going to be a foul on Cunningham. Sends Ionescu to the line with 2.9 seconds left. They called a foul on Hall. I don't know. And Ionescu with the free throw, and that's good. $89-88. And Ionescu shoots both free throws, so New York is up 90-88 with 2.9 seconds left. All right, here we go. Final game. Final possession of this game right here. Here we go. And she doesn't get it off. And New York wins. Wow. Didn't look like a foul to me. That wasn't a foul. I don't know. But New York will win this game 90-88. That was a bad angle. Couldn't tell if that was a foul or not. Jacko Jones with 26 points, 12 rebounds. It looked clean though. It was hard to tell, but it looked clean. That was a good game overall, y'all. That was a great game overall. Go over the box score here. So Breanna Stewart has 16 points. Jacko Jones came up big. She had 26 and 12. Natasha Cloud played great defense all game. She was 16 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 23 points by Ionescu. Then you had 27 points by Boston, 17 and 13, 15 points from Mitchell, 15 points from Hall, and you had 18 points from Clark. She didn't really shoot well from the 3-point line. She was 2 of 12. New York 3-0. Indy falls to 2-2. Right now the Wings are up 14-11 on Atlanta. Let's see. Tomorrow we got games as well. I don't know. It depends. I may do a game. I might not. I don't know yet. I know they're later on in the afternoon, in the evening. The 3 o'clock game is the Sun and the Dream. I don't know. I might do my Sparks in Chicago. But I'll see. That's a possibility. Or I might do Washington and the Mercury. We'll see. But I appreciate y'all for being in the chat and hanging out with me here today on this WNBA Saturday. Trying to do some more of these games here. Or do I want to do baseball tomorrow? What's tomorrow looking like? Phillies play at 4:05. I don't know. I'll see. See how I'm feeling. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all afternoon. I know Saturday night main event's on tonight. I don't know if anybody's streaming that game, doing that stream tonight. But I'll see y'all in the chat. See y'all. Appreciate y'all for being in here. Sergeant Dooley, Daniel, appreciate y'all. Y'all have the good rest of y'all day. And I'll see y'all again in another video, in another live stream.